Good morning, guys. This is Bonnie from Bonnie's Bargains. Hey, somebody asked me, one of my subscribers said, hey, Bonnie, can you do a come get ready with me? And you know I'm not good at makeup, and I'm just going to show you what today's daily routine is. And this video will not be that long because, girls, I just swoop it on. That's just what I do. Now, my subscriber said, would you please use the palette that you won in Joy's giveaway? And so this is the first time I've opened it up because I was saving it for special occasions because some of the colors for me would be going out at night. But then I do have some neutral colors for just wearing around home because I've got summer projects to do today. So, and oh, the palette that I won is called the Editor Palette. And if you watch my Joy Keeps You on Your Toes giveaway, this is one of the things I won. So my routine is going to be a little bit different because, as you know, I've had cancer. I've definitely got some scars, and this is still healing. So the very first thing I start off with is for scars and trying to heal the scars appropriate. And this is what it's called Scar Recovery Gel. And so that is an every day and every night must for me. And so let me put some of this on. This is the very first thing I put on every day. And a little bit goes a long way. So I just dab it on all my scars. And hopefully by the time I have the reconstruction surgery, when he pulls up the skin, I will be getting rid of this. I don't know. But anyway, that's the plans if it heals properly. And then from the very second surgery I had, there is a scar there also. Not that noticeable, but I know it's there. Okay, so that's the very first thing. And then the dermatologist and the surgeon said, you got to use good sunscreen. I lather this stuff on, and it's Elta MD. Has zinc in it. It reflects the sun. Highly recommend everyone get this. It is off of Amazon. And so let me put this on. A little goes a long way, thank goodness. And as long as you don't get in the water, this stays on most of the day. So yeah, I only usually put it on once, but if I'm going for walks or anything, I add. I want those direct rays. Okay, so that is something I don't know if you guys use most of the time. This probably is not in someone's typical regimen. Okay, now this is what I do. Don't ask me why. I use a lot of moisturizing cream, and this is just Burt's Bees. And I really, really like Burt's Bees. It always, and by the way, I'd washed my face before I started this. Cleansed it. My skin is so dry. I've always had very, very dry skin. And so I try to use something that moisturizes and gives you a little bit of glow. So I'll put, again, Burt's Bees, very quick. There we go. Next thing I do is I always use a serum, which this is L'Oreal Revitalizer. Just one of those things you can get over the counter, and I just swoop it on there. I usually use 2 dumps, what I call it, or 2 drops. And again, this is just all for moisturization. Those of you that have somewhat a little bit of oily skin, a lot of people say, oh, you're so lucky to have it and not have the real dry skin. That's all I do. Pat it on there. Thank goodness for these fingers of mine. And the next thing that I have started using, because I love this stuff, and this is something I won from Jean Louise, and I brought this up before, Earth Harbor, and it's called Laguna. Oh, ladies, I want you to watch my face, and I use usually about a couple of drops, and I want you to watch your face when you put this on, and it feels so good. I mean, so good. And look at your face now. Best product ever. When I run out of this, and I especially put it around my wrinkle area, best product ever. I'm just saying. Look at this. And I put it on my hands too, because it's a body serum. And so, I will be getting more of this when it runs out. Because again, if I find something that I like and it works, I will pay the price if it really works. And it's by Earth Harbor again. I will get this when it runs out. And I always say a shout out to Jean Louise for that. That was in giveaway. Now, this is the longest part. Putting on the makeup, no, that stuff you just slap it on. But I like this again because it helps your skin to glow. So I put this on before I do my, what do you call that stuff? This. And I'll show you what I do with that. But anyway, this is a primer, and it's NYX. Just bought that at Walmart's or either CVS. So I put that on. It just helps glow the skin. So for me, this kind of stuff is what I really want for the skin. For the makeup, I love makeup. I just wish I knew more about it. Wasn't raised on it, so I always just bought Maybelline and threw it on just to look decent for the day. Now I just recently learned Babuka brush, so I am picking up tips. And so my skin is a little bit of a light color, so this is Infallible by L'Oreal Total Cover. So, and what I saw was people just put it on the end of their brush, because I used to put it on with my fingers. But this really does work, and I'll tell you why. Because, yep, that works for me, because you just slap it on there and just tap it in. I bet you guys are saying, oh my goodness, she knows nothing about makeup. And you're right, but I'm learning, and I just like to at least look decent when I go out. Now, when I go out to an event, which hasn't happened in years, except maybe some weddings, I really do try to work with it. But I'm not the kind of girl that just sits here for hours and tries to do anything. I haven't even tried my eyelashes, my magnetic eyelashes yet, but I am. It's like I've got home projects to do and gardening and YouTube, and I just don't have time to sit here and mess with it. Not right now. Okay, and I know to go underneath and up here. And then I just take a swatch over this. Get in between here. And I hear to sort of stay away from the cream because it gets in your creases. So I try to even that out as much as I can with just the brush. That's the reason I use the brush. So whether it works or not, I don't know. Hope. Okay, so that is, and I have two different kind of these. I cannot think of the word. One is Maybelline Dream Urban Cover, and sometimes I mix these. Now, I'm just about through, okay? However, the subscriber that asked me to do this, I'm picking light colors today because I'm not going anywhere except in the garage probably and doing a video. But anyway, I chose this goldish tone to be down at the bottom, and then more of the brownish tone to be at the top. So let's try it. I don't know what it's going to look like. If it looks really bad, I just swipe it off. Because again, I'm still learning. So let's go with this little pretty gold tone. Use this brush. Just, it's easy for me. To tell you the truth, I do have the shakes a little bit, so it's easier for me to work with this. And you ladies, someday you'll understand when you start getting older, you know. It just happens. My mom was a shaker too. That's the reason my husband helps me put on my nails. Is he not the sweetest? He really likes or thinks that ladies with nails on, that they always look so nice. And to be honest, that's the only reason I wear them, is because he likes them. Okay, so let's go with this light color right here. Don't now don't judge me about these brushes. Don't judge me. See how fast? I'm just saying, yeah. You probably can't even really tell that much of a difference, can you? Not that much. All right, let's add, okay, I'll put this in the middle. How about that? There we go, that pops it a little bit. Now, girl, back in the day, like I said, I never even messed with makeup, but one of my friends got with me when I had some dates, and they would always help me out. Thank goodness. I didn't know what I was doing. My mom and dad just didn't really think that makeup was necessary and didn't really want to spend money on it or me to spend money on it. And that's okay. I made it. And then I got this from Patty in a giveaway. Now this looks really pink when you put it on, but then after you get it toned in there, blended in, it looks good. Had a little color around the face. My husband says, you know what, Bonnie, I have never seen anybody get ready as fast as you do. I'm like, time is essence. Time is at the essence. And the one thing I forgot is this is a lifesaver. I hadn't had time to have my eyebrows done. See, it's just not on my priority. Should be. All those little gray hairs sticking out. So let me see. I can see better in I'm in my bathroom, and so I have some bright lights in here, and I'm so glad, because I can't see in the camera. We're getting there. I think there's only like two more steps. So now I learned this off of YouTube, watching some of the ladies. So I really like, and it's lasted forever. Shoot, I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, it's a name brand. I ordered it all. I saw it on Facebook and said, I've got to have some of that stuff. But, and it's lasted for a very, very long time. Woo! When I look in my bathroom window, help me, Lord. When I look in my bathroom mirror, those colors are popping. Probably can't see it that well on camera. Alrighty. And the very last thing I do is I use this Pumped Up from Maybelline. And it does. It really pops. The eyelashes. And ladies, to be honest, this is it. And now I just have to go and fix my hair, which won't take but just a second, because it's not going to be one of those days where I'm going to spend a lot of time, especially when I'm in that hot garage. Okay, so I got this. And this is not necessary, but I like it because of my dry skin. So this is Wet n Wild. It's a lip scrub. I love this stuff. It's watermelon. It works wonders for my lips. That's what it looks like. And it is, again, Wet n Wild watermelon. You ought to pick you up some of this stuff because it really is good. And then it's sort of grainy when you first put it on, but after you rub it in for a minute, it turns into like a lip balm. And I let it, and it gets all your dried skin off your lips. And I let it sit there for a while and then I wipe it off and put my lipstick on. I've turned into my mom. She used to wear red lipstick, and I'd say, Mom, do you have any other color besides red lipstick? And now, to be honest, it's about all I wear right there, red. Let me just put this over there so you can see the color. Tastes good with that watermelon. No need to wipe the watermelon off. So guys, and to my subscriber, this is the look for the day. Gonna go do a little bit of something with my hair, and sometimes, just sometimes, I get this bat that Jean Louise gave me, this Laguna, and just dab it a little bit, and it gives that shiny look, which I like. So you know what? Please leave me some comments. Like, what do you think you can do with this face? I mean, honestly, I don't know. Different colors, because I don't know anything about colors. Suggestions. I will tell you something that I'm excited about. I got plenty of wrinkles, and my when I go in for my cancer and my reconstruction surgery, he's gonna have to, and I told you this before, he's got to pull my skin up to get my lips even. And he can, when he pulls it up, he's gonna have to make both sides even so the muscles don't drop. Because right now, sometimes I drool. I can't help it. If I have to drink everything on this side. But what he told me was that I look really good up here, but when he pulls the skin up to, I think some of my wrinkles may go away. I'm not banking on it, but the way that he described it with the muscles and having to pull the skin back to keep the muscles where they need to be, or whatever he does. I don't know, maybe some of them will go away. I just don't know. I don't know what to expect, but that'll be in October. So just having this gone, and my husband said, you know, Bonnie, you're so silly. You can't even see it. And I know that, but you know, I know it's there. And then, I don't know if a lot of you know, many of my subscribers already know, I also, when my mom was going through really hard times in the assisted living and some other things were going on with my mom, health issues, and I'm the only child, so I was taking care of her on a daily basis and spending almost every day, all day with her. And I started going through this thing where I would be driving down the road and I would completely forget where I was going or how to get there. And Ed and I would talk about it, and he's like, you're overstressed, because there was other things going on too. And so I went and saw my regular doctor and said, I don't know what's wrong with me, because every time I get in the car, I'd write notes to the address I was going to, why I was going, so if my brain did a dump, I wouldn't be stranded on the side of the road. And this happened a couple of times. And then one time I went in Walmart's with my grandkids, and they had really bright lights, and I just went down. And so the lady, there was a nurse in there, and she came running over to me, and I had my grandkids, and I couldn't get up, and I said, stay with Nana, just stay with Nana, I'm okay. And I never went out, but I went down. And so the nurse said, you need to go to the emergency room, blah, blah, blah. So I did. And then they said, well, you need to go see your regular doctor. So all this was going on at one time, and I contributed to stress. It was bad. So went to the regular doctor, and she sent me to a neurologist. And what they did was put me on a table and then had these electrodes, I guess is what you would call them, and plugged it into a machine. They turned the light off, and then I went through all these series where you could hear a hammer tapping, you could hear the sound of a siren, water dripping, ambulance going off. That test was about 45 minutes, and at the end, when they finally came in, I was almost going through an anxiety attack, and I was trying to, because that was a long time to be hearing all those noises, and they were affecting my brain, and I didn't know. It was like one of those things you just, I got to get out of here. And then, yeah, you're like, I know I need to go through this, but that was a little bit of a different test. But anyway, they came in, and I told the nurse, I said, I think I'm having an anxiety attack because, and she said, just lay still. She turned the light on, let me get you some water, and I'll get the doctor. So the doctor and I had talked, and he says, I think you're just going through so much stress, your body doesn't know how to handle it. But you'll get your test back in a couple of weeks. So I went back, Ed and I did, and the doctor explained to me that I, for a long time, had been having brain seizures, and I didn't know it. I mean, I've never passed out, went through like a epilepsy kind of thing, nothing like that. It was just my thought, and I thought truly that I was starting into dementia because my uncle had dementia really bad, and I thought, you know what, I think I'm going to have dementia at an early age. But he said, nope, you are having brain seizures, and when you get overly stressed, they're not connecting. And again, when I talk, and you know how I fumble around with words, it is because I can see things, but I don't know what the word is. I can't think of the word. I am on medication, doing really good. I was going to the neurologist once every 3 months, once every 6 months, and now once a year. I am on medication. It has helped a lot, but I still, even with my English and the way that things come out, I think one thing, but it comes out another. So that's why I do what I do. I just want you guys to know I'm not a hypochondriac, and it's just what happens in life, you know, just like with the cancer, you have no control over it. So if any of you guys ever start doing that, where you're driving down the road and honestly do not know where you're going and how to get there, you might want to have things checked out. Everybody forgets. I mean, that just comes with age, but when you almost go into a panic mode because you can't remember where you're going, and having to call someone and say, where was I going, and I don't know how to get there, there's something wrong. So have it checked out. But anyway, enough of that. What was this, maybe 10 minutes? But give me some ideas. That's what I need, because I don't know anything about this kind of stuff except what little bit I have learned off of YouTube. I love you guys. Have a really good day. And remember to put a rainbow in someone's clouds today. Make them smile. And I'll see you in the next video. Much love. Bye.